actually.
Okay, is that better?
Like, it just stopped. It just stopped for some reason.
You join us on attempt number 3.
Attempt number 2. Can you not count?
No, it's been a long weekend.
It has been a long weekend. Conor, pick up the phone. Also, hello, everyone.
Hi, everyone. Me and Matt are at RTX. Conor is not. We're trying to ring him in for a special surprise guest appearance so that he keeps up his consistency. It's not going to work.
No, we're going to work.
Welcome.
No. Welcome to Tesco messaging service. I'm sorry, but the
I really
person
thought
that
it
you're
was- I
trying to
thought it
call
was-
in is being a dick.
I thought we didn't think no, it like reads out the number, so I was like, no. Don't read out his number live on air.
Or do.
What do you get? Everyone call his number. It's
Everybody call his number. It's 012.
345 678 910.
Yes.
Anyway, it's the double digit. It's the 10th anniversary special.
Whee! That's more of an excuse than anything to get drunk.
Yeah, this rum tastes very nice, Matt. What's it called?
It's called Mahiki, not sponsored, but I've worked with them in the past.
Mm.
And if they want to sponsor me,
Oh, man, it tastes like bounty. Oh,
it does. It tastes like alcoholic bounty. I'm also drinking a whiskey.
can we call this episode alcoholic bounty?
No, I think we should just call it We Get Drunk.
Party.
RTX! RTX!
Yeah, so we probably mentioned however many times that RTX. It was this weekend. We're here, which is why this episode is coming to you live, pre-recorded on a probably Monday, because we're recording this on Sunday. Because it's just
It's gonna come out one day.
I mean, we would have recorded it yesterday if Matt hadn't passed out for like 12 hours.
I mean, it still wouldn't change the fact of when it comes out, though.
No. Oh yeah, true.
You just felt the need to put that in there, yeah?
Yeah. Well, but you know, it's been crazy.
And a messy
It's
weekend.
been a busy weekend. Yeah. Your whiskey was not. It's gone.
It's gone. Well, not all of it. I've got like a sip left of it.
But yeah, we're going to talk about some shit. We're not going to finish off our MCU review because we thought we would wait until we're back with Conor next week. So episode 11 is when we'll go over phase 3. We thought we'd leave it till Sunday because obviously it's not coming out till Monday because we can't edit it till then. So we thought we'd talk about the whole RTX weekend and over that DC news that came out.
Yeah, so apologies in the audio if it doesn't sound great. We're recording it in our hotel room, so...
With a mic without a stand and a pop filter.
Yeah.
Because you couldn't get this. I'm just holding it.
Don't worry,
Couldn't
we'll
get this
share.
fucking How are you going to get the screw back onto the arm?
Well, that's fine, because it's still attached to the arm.
Yeah, but when you want to replace it with your name, how are you going to get it off? You just...
No, I don't fucking know. I'll cross that bridge when I come to it.
That's a future Matt problem.
I'll cover that when I get to it, you know.
Oh. 10 weeks of this shit.
10.
Yeah, so Matt,
Yes.
how have you found RTX for those at home who don't know about it? Give us a little insight about RTX for those who don't know.
I've been hungover.
Mm-hmm. I meant the whole thing as a concept, not just your state.
Oh. Well, I've been hungover. No, it's pretty much just a convention, like say take MCM or something like that, but just on a smaller scale and more focused onto one group in particular, opposed to every single popular cultural reference they can jam into one center.
And what group is that?
The group is called Rooster Teeth.
Yay!
Name drop. Can you turn your phone off?
Sorry.
Professional.
I was just checking out the receipt from. I thought that's the receipt from Harambe Entertainment.
Good old Harambe. May the meme forever live on. Just not in Europe, though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So that tax thing got passed. So.
I mean,
content tax.
No, it's Article 13.
Yeah, so you get taxed on content.
I mean, it's like.
No one can leave again.
Basically.
So thank God for Brexit.
Basically, Europe's turning into China.
China.
It's going to be restricted on what can and can't be published without, like, a copyright claim going on or something. It's a weird fucking article to be passed because nobody really knows what it is.
So YouTube in the EU is fucked.
Yeah, people are just calling it the banned memes article because it's just like that.
That's all anyone cares about.
Like that's essentially what it would do, because you can't really, like, memes as a concept are just sort of shared around images that one person has created over another image or a mixture of images or something that's happened, and any one person can claim that and copyright it, and you're fucked. Don't really want to share something if it's being copyrighted. So, yeah.
So that's shit.
Yeah, that's shit.
So Brexit was good in
No, it weren't.
No.
It weren't, but...
Well, the good thing is the world's going to win before. We're all just going to... The sun exploding is definitely happening. If nobody will happen before, then we're all going to...
Didn't the world end in 2012?
No, but Conor Maynard's great. I watched my sister showed me a video about them reading, like, fucking, it was Joe Sugg video, them, like, reading mean tweets, and that was just them ripping into Conor Maynard. It's fine.
I was going to say, has anyone actually felt alive since 2012?
I haven't felt alive. 2012. Secondary school's over. I haven't felt alive.
Yeah, like life peaked in 2012 and it's just been downhill since.
I mean, my year peaked when Kieran Trippier scored that free kick against Croatia, and then it was downhill.
And then it's been downhill.
Yeah.
Then, funny enough, today my life peaked at RTX because I finally got to meet Bernie Burns.
Yeah, back onto RTX. Let's go.
Yeah, no, I'm great at segues when I'm drunk, Conor.
Yeah. You're not even pissed yet.
I'm not. So I got to meet Bernie Burns today.
Yeah,
a big inspiration to me.
Okay, so let's go into detail about RTX. So there was a lot of. Have you got the timetable thingy? So remember what we saw. Yeah, just go.
Nah, it's fine.
It's in my bag.
Oh, we'll rock it with our socks and cocks off.
Drop your socks and grab your cocks. You're gonna get wet on this ride.
I mean, can I just take your booklet anyway?
No, because it's signed.
Yes.
No.
No, Petty. No, Petty. But yeah, there was a lot of panels, a lot of games to play. Rage 2.
Yeah.
Opinions on that?
You're skipping around. What did we go to first?
Alright, fuck off.
God damn it, Barb.
The first thing we went to...
What was the first thing that we went to? We lined up for Achievement Hunter. Didn't get in, that was... I'll say this, it's the second RTX in London, because they've been running it how many years in...
They've been running it in Austin for ages, and they've been running it in Sydney for, what, 4 years? 4 years? Question mark? Something around that. I'm not too sure.
Yeah, so that. But, even though it's only the second year, you can see the improvements from last year.
Yeah.
But the queuing system is fucking long.
How can you fuck up a British tradition?
Because it's Trump, and Trump must always fuck the British.
I don't think this has anything to do with Trump for once. I think this was just Americans coming over and going, queuing. British don't know how to do that. Yeah. We need to tell them how to do that. We need to tell them how to queue. No, in all fairness, though, I think it's more a case of actually just the people. Like, there wasn't enough staff to help the number of people queue. So then I think it was just a case of people going, oh, well, we can just sneak in here, then we can just break the rules a little bit, and then everybody else just follow in suit.
For everyone, because if you don't just listen to them, and then everyone's after the same thing, everyone's waiting in line.
Just wait in line.
Civil.
We're British.
Yeah, wait your turn. Don't let the Americans fuck up the one thing we have.
But then I think it generally was just a case of people just going, oh, well, if I broke the rules here, and then everybody's seeing that and going, well, we might as well fucking do it as well.
You've done it.
And then I feel like that is a case of what it was, especially with the Achievement Hunter panels, because did you see that fucking crowd?
Jesus God, even the fucking off-topic one. But speaking of getting off-topic, back to that, so big thing that we actually got right instead of last year was we got here early enough on the Friday to get our tickets beforehand.
Yes, that was a
good because
massive improvement.
Because it starts at 10 on the Saturday. And last year we were queuing for what, like 2 hours?
Yeah,
To get our
we
passes.
missed quite a
We
lot.
missed like the first lot of panels. Excuse me, Jesus. We missed the first lot of panels.
And then we were queuing. Then we were obviously wanted to walk around the centre, see what there was.
Yeah. See the lines that were massive. The store was massive on day one, but we got in earlier again, which is good. So day one we had a bit of a wander around with some stuff. We played some Switch. Do you remember what that Switch game was that we played? The main
It
one.
was like Muddle Dash, I think the name of it was.
Yeah.
That was
like a
pretty
little
fun.
indie game because we played Cluster Park last year and that was
Cluster Park, great game.
sensational. Yeah, that was a.
It's a clusterfuck with ice hockey pucks.
That's all you want, though, yeah.
Yeah, just controlled chaos.
That stuff is nice, man. Oh.
Anarchy at its finest.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we didn't. The first 3 panels we weren't really that bothered about because, or the Now and Ruby, we were sort of like, yeah, if we don't get in, we don't really care. Asked to see how we did last year, so we were sort of the main one we went for was Achievement Hunter.
That was the main first one we
That
went.
was the main big one on day one, like the first major. And so you can line up from an hour before. We got there for an hour before, and yet we were in Overflow Room 2 for almost
An hour?
Almost an hour and a half.
Yeah, and then they were like,
and they're like, no, yeah, because it just become to a point where they didn't know where they were starting the line because put everyone waiting. I said you can't wait,
yeah.
and then it just become like a fucking dog park.
Like I think they learned from that Achievement Hunter panel though, because the rest of them did seem to be handled a little bit better.
Yeah, I think it's only going to get better with years of experience.
Yeah. Like, I mean, they're running it across a fucking world. Basically, it's hard for anyone to run.
Ocean.
Yeah, like not even across an ocean. It's halfway around the fucking world. Yeah.
So, but we did.
For anyone who doesn't know, Rooster Teeth is based in Austin, Texas, and that's why we're saying it's halfway across the world.
Oh yes, so they specialise in various gaming and stuff. We saw some. What was the stuff on Centre Stage yesterday?
So Centre Stage, we went.
We
went to watch Forza 4. That was the first thing that we went.
Yeah, that's the first thing we went to before the achievement. We watched about an hour and a bit of that.
Yeah.
Which was Ryan, Jeremy, Blaine, and Lawrence.
Yeah.
And then Forza Horizon 4 game, which you could play in because they had Xbox booths. You know?
Yes.
So you could play that, which we did. Which was
very good.
Very
I
good.
should have won a prize.
But you didn't.
But I didn't win a prize, but I should have.
No prize, Teddy.
I should have because I fucking rocked that demo.
Mm-hmm.
Haven't played a racing game in what 5 years or something, and I
haven't played a
still
Forza,
it's like
Forza game in forever.
Like driving is just like a natural instinct to me now.
Especially when you're pissed.
No, don't say that.
It's always sunny when you're pissed. No, but that was good. The game looked good. Looked slick.
It looks pretty.
Yeah.
Like it looks really, really pretty.
Glad I got an Xbox One X.
All right, fuck off. I'm gonna have one soon because my Xbox One is fucked.
It is because Crash Bandicoot's still not out.
Yeah, but for anyone wondering, my Xbox doesn't play sound at the moment. Can't figure that out.
After 4 attempts, we still don't have a Crash Bandicoot video to release.
I just said bung it off and let's record off my Switch. Because like
That's not good. We punish ourselves by getting all the achievements so everyone can watch us hate ourselves.
I think it's just punishment enough to play that game. Especially Crash 1.
Oh, Crash 1 is a bastard.
Yeah.
Bastard.
But like I reset my settings, reset the Xbox back to factory. I just reset everything about it and it's just
still shit.
It's just
Well, you got the One S. There was problems with that from launch, wasn't there?
There
was reported a lot of problems. And I was a bit like, ugh. And then when the X came out, I thought, fuck it. And then it was bought for me for Christmas because I'm a good boy. But yeah, after we're missing the achievement on the panel, we got into the old Rage 2, 18 plus and under.
Yes.
That was good. He's still not watching. He doesn't want to be in this podcast.
No, he doesn't.
Oh well. You're fired. I'm joking, Conor. We love you.
No, your stocks are just going to be diluted 0.001%. So you're not fired, but you're basically fired.
You're going to get Jesse Eisenberg.
No, he's going to get Andrew Garfield.
Yeah, but Jesse Eisenberg is the reason Andrew Garfield hated him.
That's fine.
Yeah. So we went to the Bethesda 2 Rage panel, which
Which
you have to be 18 plus 4.
Yes, because
It's a fucking sick game.
Oh, like-
God. So
what
went in there, Jack, Jeremy, and Ryan all did both of the demo, and it
with
looks,
like the producer
with the
of
producer.
the game.
yeah, and that game looks fucking phenomenal. Got to play that in the Rage 2 booth today.
Yeah,
That was
it's even better to play it than it is to
watch.
just
Yeah, because
watch.
graphically it looks sort of almost like Mad Maxy in a way that world building can set off in the apocalypse. And
But it's set off
it's got a
like-
bit of a Sunset Overdrive thing, you know, the way like, all the power.
Yeah,
come in.
it
It's-
rewards you for moving aggressively.
Yeah.
The more aggressive
com-
you play, the better
Yeah.
the gameplay is.
Yeah, you can obviously upgrade all your skills and that and branch off, but like it's just so fun. It just doesn't take itself seriously and it feels fluid and you get, like you said, rewarded more for being, because combat's not all just the guns, it's the way you use your abilities.
You have like a dash ability, a slam ability, and I think with a
That turns people to
shatter,
fucking mush, mate.
Yeah.
That is
and like a
gorgeous.
shatter
That was
ability.
gorgeous.
Also turns pieces in people
Pieces
people
into
into pieces.
literally
There you go.
disintegrates them before your eyes. I am definitely going to get that when that comes out in spring of next year, because that is a game that we'll get Conor to review, because Conor officially is doing a review of the Spider-Man game in depth. So we assume, Conor, that by the time you listen to this, you'll hopefully have completed the game and be writing down your thoughts.
If you haven't, hurry up.
Yeah, we still want to be relevant, bro.
But
Yeah.
no, and
We'll
apparently
definitely go into that, because that was good.
talking to the people who've like tested and near enough broke the game,
Oh man.
because that's how you test games apparently.
Oh man, like, because all the developers in that Rage 2 box, like, asking, like,
Cool
something.
people.
Yeah, man.
Cool people.
Asking, like, oh, what do you think of this? What do you think of that? It's just like, I'm just saying,
They
like,
were
it's
asking
so,
for improvements on
Yeah.
it as well
And-
at that
yeah,
time.
and it like comes out in spring, and you think like, are they really going to care about like what people, but they're taking onto board everything saying and that. But like, since the gut, like, it just feels so smooth and so easy to like maneuver around and use everything in that game.
It's kind of like Mad Max meets New Age Dim, where it's just like the world,
Like a bit Sunset Overdrive,
Yeah.
Like, it's just ridiculously like overpowered and shit.
and it's just fun. It's a fun game to play, and apparently there's going to be an open world aspect which nobody
Oh.
knows anything about yet.
Oh, I'm down for that. I'm
Like
down to fuck around with Superpower. I
there
haven't
are,
done that since Saints Row.
yeah, and there was like all the vehicles and everything. So I reckon it's gonna be a very fucking good game. And just playing like the short demo of it, yeah, no, it's gonna be a good game. I hope.
Do I have another copy? Do I have another free Lucas in there? But I don't know.
If you do, I want it.
Oh, look at the drop, 'cause I look at multi-com.
I'll look later.
Because I'm thinking, what do you reckon? That Apple Lucas in there.
I reckon it'll taste nice.
Mm.
Rum and Apple.
Apple Lucas.
I've drunk so much Lucasade today.
Yeah, because
It's
there's
a joke.
with all the exhibitors that are on the panel floor, there's been so many people with buckets of Lucasade. Literally every time you walk past, like I think you got like 3 at once.
Yeah, because
Like,
before.
free Lucasade.
Because it
Well,
was to
technically-
help promote another
Laura's
game
Age.
that was there.
Shadow of the Tomb Raider.
Shout out to Tomb
It's
Raider.
a big Tomb
Lara
Raider
Croft.
boss.
Big Tomb Raider battle boss.
Big fuck of Tomb Raider boss, like blacked out, decked to the shit. Looks gorgeous, even though the game came out Friday.
Yeah, but
It's
it's
the only thing that's like out September 14th, so it's 2 days ago.
but they were
Still.
selling copies of it there.
Yeah,
as well.
which was good, yeah, because it was the game had a big like plot on the exhibition floor
Hmm.
where they had the bus. They had literally
They
so
had the
many
bus
games.
and a little game shop.
Yeah,
as well.
so you could buy.
So the game was there.
Yeah, so, but yeah, there's a game there. So they're up in the old front of the ship this year, aren't they?
Also, another good game. It feels smooth.
I haven't finished both of the new series Tomb Raiders. I have them. I need to play them. Maybe that will be a sort of Twitch stream thing, doesn't it? We'll see if Matt ever fixes his technology. But
I mean, it's not my technology. If Microsoft want to send someone down to fix my fucking Xbox.
yeah, so if that happens, we'd happily do like a whole Tomb Raider first 3 story, because like not just the graphics, but everything about that game looks slick. I mean, it did take me like 35 minutes to play through, even though it was like a 15-minute tutorial demo, because I kept dying at the same point because there was no fucking hints online.
Yeah, I think. Where was you sitting on that?
I
bus?
was upstairs. I was on the top deck of the bus on the left-hand side.
Oh, okay.
It was. I was in the line. It was freezing in the hall, and got in there, and I was roasting my nuts.
Yeah, I
fucking. I literally
because
it's
like
I had to take your hat off.
it was a confined space because it's like there was a battle bus for. I'm not sure what game it was. It was a first person like multiplayer shooter in the Birmingham Gaming Convention. Something. There was like I-58 or something like that.
Yeah.
And there was one of those in there, and it was boiling because it's a lot of fucking
insulation and electronics.
Yeah, and it's just heat.
Yeah, there was literally like 12 Xboxes
in a confined little space. It's like
on fire.
It's just like you're dying inside of one.
I literally sat down. I was like, I feel like I'm going to pass out when I finish this demo. I had to take my hoodie off. I had to take the hat off, which I was holding for you because you were busy sitting in a line for 2 hours.
We'll get to that later.
Yeah. But yeah, so
then we also got into the RT podcast.
We tried to do £1 million, although that was fucking round. The community stuff I would have liked to have a look at, but it was just chitty chat. Yeah, so we got into the podcast, which fucking how many thousands of people? Like 4,000 or 5,000.
Yeah.
Like imagine if that many people just listen to this.
One
day, listeners, one day you will be at our convention and will be able to swarm us when we're trying to tweet us somewhere.
And I will tell you.
You would actually tell everyone to fuck off. If you were eating, you tell them to fuck off.
I am antisocial. Leave me alone.
Alright, Gus. Yeah, so that was good. That was a lot of fun. There was a lot of them.
And then we got into the RT podcast, which something was announced. I mean, the RT podcast and the RT animation panel happened at the same time.
Which they waited for something to be announced at the
animation panel
before they could announce it to us.
And
what was it, Mateus?
So with Rooster Teeth's new animation series called Genlock, they already have some pretty big names attached to them.
They're getting out.
I think down to the success of like Laser Team and stuff like that, they've attracted bigger.
It's like qualifying for the Champions League.
Yeah.
Yeah, you attract bigger names.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know. We're playing Thursday nights.
And they have Michael B. Jordan already attached to it, and David Tennant.
Big name, especially British.
And then
they announced a very
special... The one that got announced at the podcast, well, the animation panel, and then was announced to us at the podcast.
To do a drum roll.
Please do. It was Game of Thrones actor Maisie Williams. Also in the series as well, so...
Which we don't know anything about the character yet.
Well, she's a hacker. I know that much.
Yeah, we saw that from like the Twitter release.
But we don't know.
It's exciting, man. They're getting some big fucking people.
Yeah, so that will be good. And apparently there was a plan for her to come down to the convention as well, which I would have like fucking...
I'd have lost my mind. But then I think...
Died.
Was Game of Thrones wrapped?
Game of Thrones is wrapped.
Is wrapped.
It is wrapped.
All done.
Yeah.
I know that some of her stuff was done. I don't know, because are they on reshoots or have they just finished Principal?
No, I think they've finished Principal, and I think she was the last person that was actually shooting because she had to do reshoots.
So is there any other reshoots left, or is that it?
No, I think it's fully wrapped now, but she is busy. She's just released a new app or something.
So she's
a busy person.
Busy girl.
Busy girl. And that's what Bernie and all that was saying on the podcast as well. Working with people like that, they're constantly busy.
Yeah, so fitting in time for an animation series with a company that, in the grand scheme of the world, isn't like the biggest, but is growing in stature because of people like this working on them.
Yeah,
it's mad.
Yeah,
one day we'll get there.
So well done. What's the teeth on that one?
I'm out of rum.
Pour some more.
Hold the mic.
Pour some more. Go for it.
Yeah. So podcast, good.
Yeah.
Very good. Then that.
And there was a lot. Jeez. I said pour some more. Like. So at the beginning of this, George is like, I don't really want a lot.
I wanted to try it, but it's nice.
Just pour me some, and he's just gone.
Pick them.
I want some more. Oh, it's fine. I'll just fucking pour half the fucking glass. Jeez, man.
It's good shit.
I know it's good shit, but say some for me, like.
No, you try all your whiskey.
I paid for it. I brought it.
Yeah, you also want your suitcase to weigh less when you go home tomorrow. So
It's true.
also, so going on. So a great day one. We did more in day one this year than we probably did in the whole of RTX because we went through a lot of stuff. Even just like milling about on the center stage, watching some gameplay, looking at all. I think we did almost all of the main game ones this year.
Yeah. Forza
we did this morning. We did Tomb Raider today, and each other's.
I did go and see that Benji D machine or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I did look at that.
Well,
as well.
That's good. Did all
That's
that.
actually very good.
Yeah, and today on the second day, we always open. We weren't really bothered about, and the Funhouse one actually looked the most fun, and that just had Lawrence in it. So
yeah,
I kind of wish we'd gone to that because he's a funny guy.
Lawrence
so we managed to get in the Rooster Teeth store early today when there was still stock in it, and get some stuff. Spent a bit. Got a few t-shirts.
Yeah.
I got Laser Team Blu-ray. I got some in the section. You just bring yours next year. That's all you got to do.
Yeah.
You need like Michael and Gavin on that one. That'd be sick. Yeah, but that guy who said that someone in the store yesterday spent £900.
I found a picture.
Did you?
I found
You got it on you?
Yeah.
I get it. We'll get it.
I
Get it now.
actually found the picture.
Get it now.
Right.
Oh, what the fuck was that noise? My hair just looks like I'm wearing a wig today. It's fucking stupid.
Sure you're not?
No, I don't know. Fold it.
That. Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Look at that.
Fucking hell, how many t-shirts is that? Oh yeah, they bought the how much was the RT mystery box? Like 26 or
No, 25. 25. I kind of wish I got it. It seemed worth it.
Yeah, you got the umbrella hat.
Always good.
Got some invisible hand gel.
No.
Load of shit.
I like the
A load of thingies.
No, but yeah, apparently someone
Yeah,
spent
but-
900 quid, man.
Why would you spend nearly?
How do you have that much money? Give some to me.
Do you reckon there's someone that spent fucking £400 on platinum bars?
Quite a lot of people spent money on platinum passes. Yes, they all sold out.
Fucking imagine spending like 1,300 quid over one weekend. That's not even a hotel.
Although I've spent quite a bit over this weekend.
I haven't spent loads. I have. Oh shit. Yeah, because that's all my food hasn't come out yet, or the 80 thingy. So yeah, so that's about right.
Or the teas to me. Hotel.
Yeah, I want to get home. Bitch.
I'm sorry, I'm poor.
Yeah, well, like. It's fine.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Yeah. So what did we do after the thingy? We sat down.
I mean, you had your
down-
autograph signed.
Yeah. Did we sit down at the centre stage?
Yeah,
It was. Oh, that
we
was.
did. It was the Xbox Game Pass.
Oh, that was fucking fun. Yeah, so I managed to, unlike last year, actually managed to sort out our autograph signings. I got to meet the Hullums. Mr. Matt Hullum, obviously the CEO. Him and Anna signed my copy of Laser Team on Blu-ray, which hopefully next year I'll get signed by Bernie as well, or Michael and Gavin if I see him about, because he's obviously probably not. Maybe he'll just take this year off at panels.
I mean, he was still about.
He was still about, man.
He did the Achievement Hunter panel and the off-topic panel, and I think that was about it.
Poor Gavin. We love Gav.
Oh, Gavin, we love you.
We love you, Gavin.
We do.
Yeah, so got that. That was fucking surreal. Also got my program signed. So that looks sick.
Can I just take it?
No.
I love you.
No.
I'll pay you 50 quid. And by that I mean you just won't have to pay me 50 quid.
Sold! Program may not be included. Constitutions apply. Things for details. Yeah, the fucking Xbox Pass with Ryan, and it seems like everyone was more drunk today, because I know that Jeremy was really drunk yesterday because he spent like 3 panels in a row just drinking whiskey.
Yeah. By the time he turned up for like the second one that we saw on Thursday yesterday.
Mm.
No, by the time he turned up for Rage, he was already
raging.
He was like already pissed.
Because like you said, when Alfredo came out, when you were in your golf signing, he was fucked. But yeah, like Ryan. Well, Ryan wasn't pissed. Ryan was just like probably just fucking tired or jet lagged because he doesn't drink. But everyone just sort of seemed like, ugh. It's like it was so funny them playing Humans Fall Flat.
Yeah.
Just Bernie kept like picking people up and throwing. Come here, dog. Frying off the edge. Lawrence, I don't get why it wasn't more Funhouse. I mean, I get that Funhouse compared to Resident Evil Demon they're shit.
But then,
they were good last year. Like Adam Kovic was there, Bruce was there, Lawrence was
like
there.
I think the people from
there?
yeah,
Elise was definitely
Peak was there.
Elise and James were there, definitely.
Well, hasn't Funhouse had a lot of people leave them over the last year?
Well, them lot all haven't, have they? Because they were all on the graphics for Funhouse.
No, I think Peak's left.
Matt Peak, yeah, but that's not one person. Because Joel left like ages ago, but Joel was there this year.
I don't know.
Because he works for like Machinima, didn't he?
Yeah, he's the executive director for Machinima.
Machinima. But do you want to tell everyone about the moment of your life that's been almost 10 years in the making?
I mean, probably longer. I'm not too sure.
Probably 10 years.
Yeah.
It's probably about the same.
Yeah.
So.
Probably 11. I don't know.
Shut the fuck up.
I mean, I'm just staging the
Who did you meet for your autograph signing?
Bernie Burns. Lovely father figure.
The father that you wanted.
The father that I wish I had.
Don't we all?
So, it's been funny because like my 2018 has not been, like this year has overall not been great.
And that's just watching Spurs play.
Alright, thanks man. Thanks man.
I mean, there's another joke I could have made that I've been making a weekend by
so life hasn't been great. But like it peaked early.
You started this podcast. Peaked with Kieran Trippier.
Peaked with Kieran Trippier, been downhill since, and peaked about 2 hours ago.
You're still sort of like riding the hard.
Yeah. In about an hour I'll go back to depression or something, I don't know. No, but meeting Bernie Burns.
He has been a hero of yours.
Not even
almost as long as for about as long as I've known you.
Yeah,
since we started talking about Rooster Teeth.
Not even like a hero. He's just been more
an inspiration.
No, like generally more of like a father figure than anything. Just a father I never got to meet.
Okay, then.
Until today, I met my dad.
Daddy.
No, but
you did say to Ashley and Bernie, adopt me.
Yeah, I did.
What was their response?
Just laughter.
Was it a laugh of haha no or this guy's crazy?
No, more like a haha funny joke type of laugh. No, but Bernie's like the type of person I want to be when I'm older.
Bernie's like the type of person you are now. You just need the experience and your own children that despise you. And no, they don't despise them. They fucking love Bernie.
Yeah. I actually did see Teddy.
Did you?
Yeah, when we were sitting centre stage, you know that little kid that came out just before like that song was played? That was Teddy.
Man,
I think Teddy's the reason that song kept getting played. I'm not even gonna lie.
Do you reckon he did it because he liked it or because he knew it would piss everyone off?
He's young enough that he probably liked it.
He probably also thought it would piss everyone off.
If it weren't Teddy, it was JD, the other one. Whichever one's younger.
JD's the oldest, man.
I don't know. I think JD's the youngest.
I thought JD was the oldest and Teddy was the youngest.
Oh, I don't know.
We don't know.
I don't know.
We don't know.
I'm the oldest of Bernie's children.
If Matt's not on the podcast from this episode on, it's because he's been adopted and moved to Austin.
But no, always been an inspiration to me.
Mm-hmm. So it was a big deal because you wanted to meet him last year, but you just sort of didn't.
I just couldn't.
He just didn't sort out the autograph.
It's not my fault.
Not my fault.
It's not my fault.
It's nice that you got to meet him. I mean, I got to meet Matt. I was tempted to say, if I'd had more time, I'd been like, listen. I said to Matt about like this. I was like, even like the amount of time I'm watching like everything like you lot have done has inspired us as people to make our own stuff, and it's just like really nice to me. And he was like really cool about it. And then I said, if he could sign this, that'd be sort of make my life good.
And now my life goes back downhill.
Cheers. To shit.
To shit and depression.
Happy shitting.
This is a video. I don't want to open it.
No, you cannot open a video. It's copyright. Oh my god. Oh man, that copy of Laser Team that's signed is going to go next to a signed copy of the room when we go to see that. Shh. Shut up, narrator.
Narrator!
So we're coming back.
Yeah.
RTX 2019. Assuming it's still a thing.
Yeah.
Hopefully, ideal world, media parties.
I don't see why it wouldn't be a thing that should. That's 2 years that made probably a success
Fucking loads.
of it.
But will we, the media people, are covering it? That's the dream. That's like first step. We'll get there.
That would be pretty cool.
Well, we just got to keep trying and doing this shit, don't we?
I'm so gonna steal that program.
You're not stealing my fucking program. I will beat you to it.
Fight me.
I will reveal your secret to the internet. I will tell them what you really are.
Which isn't even true.
It's like, if goal line technology, the ball is just over the line. And that's not necessarily an accidental euphemism.
Cut it. I'm going on.
They're like,
Don't think George should be allowed any more rum.
so, RTX. Better than last year. Looking forward to next year. Onwards and upwards.
There's many improvements that have been made.
Obviously, like we said, it's only a second year convention, so there's still stuff that needs to be worked out.
It felt smoother. It runs smoother.
It is smooth. It's like Rage 2. It's so smooth.
Just
but it's
so
a
smooth.
clusterfuck when you press the right bumper.
Yeah, a clusterfuck, but a smooth clusterfuck. There you go.
Yeah, we'll have that, won't
we?
So bang on about Marvel a lot. Should we bang on about some DC? A lot of shit's happening. We thought we'd bitch about the DC.
I don't think I'm drunk enough.
Yeah, drinking. Sorry, audience. That was a subtle burp.
I'm totally not mixing.
Well, can you tell? Wait, that air conditioning's freezing. You're not cold.
Oh, it's because I'm sitting on the lowest thing, otherwise I can't sleep.
Can you turn it up a couple? Well, you're not asleep.
You want me to turn it up?
A little bit, please. Thank you. Well, Conor's not answering.
It's fine.
If we just keep ringing and eventually something will happen.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
It's cool. It's cool. It's cool.
It's cool.
Okay. So there's a rumour floating around about Mr. Henry Cavill not being involved in Les Superman anymore. What are your thoughts on this, Mateus?
I think it's pretty damn fucking funny, if you were me.
Who the fuck are you ringing?
Conor. No, I think it's pretty funny. I think it's pretty funny in all fairness. Like, even the actors now are pretty much turning around and going, nah, fuck off.
Because apparently there's going to be... Because they wanted to do the shake-up with Flashpoint and sort of recast people, but then there's been...
Try it.
I'm not trying that.
Try it. Try it.
Okay, hold that.
So I've mixed my whiskey and my rum.
What else I did drink out of that one?
It doesn't matter, does it?
Fucking hell. Gee. The thing is, the whiskey punches you in the throat.
Does it?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe I'm just used to it.
It's because you're dying on the inside, slowly. Then so is everyone.
I'm dying on the everything.
I'm just dying.
Just dying.
I'm dying to live.
I'm just dead already. This is just a fever dream.
Are you alive? The new fragrance by Diesel.
Are any of us alive?
Yeah, so I contrary to popular belief,
Mm-hmm.
I don't just go out to hate the DCU.
Wait, we don't?
Well, no, but they make it hard for us to like it when all they do is pump out edgy, gritty stuff, and it's going to be gritty and dark, and we're going to compete with Marvel by throwing everyone together last minute. Like, if they did, even if it's starting in 2013, they could have pulled it out by just being consistent. But Henry Cavill is he is a Superman. Like, you can see how good he is potentially, but they're just fucking him, man.
It's like with DC, I think it was like because like a lot of their characters aren't exactly dark characters per se, but it's like Christopher Nolan. He obviously made The Dark Knight.
And they were like, oh, we want that with a whole universe in it.
Yeah, they were like, oh, people like dark, edgy stuff? Alright, well, all our characters can be that now. Like, that's what it's been like, and some of the characters just don't suit that.
Isn't this coming out of only one thing?
Yeah, because you shoved it in one.
But we're still coming out as two on the thing.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Anywho...
It, like, the DC just pumped shit out.
But Shazam looks fun, because apparently this all escalated from him not having time to film a cameo for Shazam, which seems like the only character they would want in there, because he's basically Superman. Like,
but Shazam!
But it's like, yeah, you know what, then fuck you. It's all a bit kind of weird. So I don't get it. I don't get why you'd get rid of someone. Because you can do the whole rebooting it with Flashpoint and changing some actors. Because if fucking Ben Affleck's still desperate to quit as Batman, then just change him for fucking John Hamm, please. There is an alternative universe when this cinematic universe worked and John Hamm was in it as Batman.
Or they could just fucking give up.
Yeah, well, they could give, because there's reports that they want to do that, don't they? They've just given up with trying to build a universe and just want to make the moves they want. So it's just create, just choose, then do it. Stop pissing about with it.
But that's what they should have just fucking done from the beginning. Like, it's not that hard. You make the movies, and you can kind of connect them, but you make the movies first. You
build the universe out of it. You don't try and ram them all in. This is the thing.
Not everything's got to be a universe. Not everything has to be connected. Have people forgot about the films that just fucking came out as films? Before you even had sequels, before you even had sequels to the sequels, you just had standalone fucking films, and they were good. Because people wanted to make a story and they wanted to tell a story.
I think that's what they've lost along the way, is people that actually just care about these characters that want to make good stories, and then if you can do it.
But, it's kind of my gripe with Marvel as well. Marvel has changed cinema. And not necessarily for the better. Which is a very, very unpopular opinion, but fight me, internet. Alright, yeah, I like Marvel films. I think they're good films. They're entertaining to watch and they're good. And they've built a very, very successful universe out of them that is constantly expanding with each installment they put out.
Yeah.
But this isn't the golden age of cinema anymore. Which I'm going to make you all realise.
How are you going to make us realise?
I'm going to give you homework.
Was this for that new show that we'll announce at the end?
Yes.
I think that the idea of having a shared universe is good.
Yeah.
If you have the plethora of characters, especially with comics, it's obviously the obvious place, because you have all these crossover events. If you do all the characters right and people get excited about these characters singly, you bring them all together, it can make money. Look at the Avengers. But I get what you mean. Is like it spawned all
Yeah.
these things out of it. Like let's make the DCU.
Yeah,
which
it's
is
like,
fallen on its arse after,
let's
like,
make a universe. Oh, Spider-Man's coming. Let's make a universe.
then
Oh,
that's-
let's make a Venom
But
universe
then
as
to be
well.
fair
It's
to
like-
Sony, that's their thing of like, this is the only way we can make money is if we try and make it shared and connected while we're still linked to the MCU, which is why fucking Venom has been rated PG-13.
But then they could have just turned around and went, fuck it, let's just make a good film. Which I think a lot of people have lost along the way.
Yeah.
It's...
But you still do get that.
You gotta make a good
Especially
film.
in the MCU, you still do get that because it's become more of a thing now. It's like it's the director's film, but then it fits in the MCU after that.
Yeah.
Like, as opposed
Yeah,
to,
like I'm saying, Marvel do it good.
Yeah, as opposed to the thing with like where we lost Edgar Wright with Ant-Man, which was like he wanted to make his film, they wanted to make their film, but then after that they learned you need the director's stamp on it, which is why Black Panther is 100% a Ryan Coogler film,
Yeah.
but it takes place in the MCU. Fucking Thor Ragnarok is 100% a Taika Waititi film. It takes place in the MCU. It's it's having your stamp on it. Let them put their own twist on the thing because you can't just do the same fucking formula over and over again because it gets boring, which is what the MCU realised in Phase 2. Like, let's let the directors change it up, make a genre piece of superheroes, make it an espionage, make it a space thing, make it a comedy, make it a heist.
Because I think that people have got
keeps
to
it
realise
fresh.
it's when you look at them. I mean, I like, I'm not slating the films or anything, but all their films near enough the same.
Especially the early ones.
Yeah, especially the early ones.
But then that's when you're working off like the restrictions of what the early 2000s did for you, having like the rinse and repeat superhero, like with a villain with the same skill set.
And then they were more focused on building the universe, but at least they still pumped out good films. But then it's like, you've got to have the people come in with the vision and creativity to take it in that way, and you've got to allow them to take it in that way.
So while we try not to talk about Marvel, we talked about Marvel, but like I feel like
But you have to
DC,
talk about Marvel to talk about the DC.
Yeah, which is why I think that if the DCU, because Man of Steel was a Zack Snyder film.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about it. It has its stamps all over it. So they either wanted it all of the Zack Snyder cinematic universe, which is why he was involved in so much until like the unfortunate thing that brought him out of finishing Justice League. But get loads of give like indie directors a chance. Put their stamp on it. Because if they do that from the outset and they turn out to be good, you'll widen the scope of like, you don't have to just be like of this thing or of this thought process to direct a superhero movie. They started off, they could have been on the front foot more from that, and just like having all the different things. Because Patty Jenkins' directing Wonder Woman showed that it's like, it's not just a man's game. Like, you should be prepared to show what you can do no matter who you are, what age, what gender, what sexuality, what creed, what
it's about the product you can put out.
It's
at
about
the
your
end
own
of the day.
independent thought. It's about what you bring to the table. You have to bring something fresh to these same ideas over and over again. Otherwise, it gets stale and boring.
Especially considering it's been an argument for a long time in film. It's that every story has ever been told has been told. Every story that can ever be told has been told. And that's why you had directors, that's why you have people with creativity and people with different visions to tell you a story that you already know.
From a different way.
But
in a different way.
In a different way, a completely different outtake on them. And
which is why, you can make
old
stories new again by doing it.
And especially when going back to Marvel, like every story has been told in that universe, basically, on the outsets of the individual heroes.
Mm-hmm.
But you have the directors to take it in a new genre, a new different way, a new different outlook on them, a new different gritty setting, even if it's just that. And I think that's what a lot of people have got to realise, and especially with DC as well. It's like, oh, all our characters are dark because we're DC. We've all got to follow this, and you've got to make sure you include this, this, and this, and get it into this.
Marvel proved you can make family films that still have dark underlying themes. Look at Infinity Wars, like
dark.
Everyone does, but it's still a family film because you built up the knowledge and the story of these characters over 10 years for people to say, you know what, like they care about them. Let's raise the stakes. Let's give them the ultimate finale for this chapter of the story.
Mm-hmm.
That's why the Dark Universe failed. Did you see it's like they started off with the Mummy, That's everything he wanted to make.
Oh yeah.
Everything wanted to retroactively make Dracula Untold, like the first one.
Can I make that picture
What video?
for this week?
What you mean?
Yeah, me and Bernie and Ashley.
We'll see. Well, I thought we should just make it Henry Cavill's moustache.
Yeah, but that's a family photo. I've never seen one. Caught Matt gets drunk and meets Bernie.
Matt Burns.
Matt Burns. There you go.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, so anyway.
We'll see how I feel tomorrow.
They wanted to retroactively make Dracula Untold, if you ever saw that, the first film in the Dark Universe.
Yeah.
And then they were like, who are going to make all these things? They were going to have Javier Bardem as the Frankenstein monster. They had Tom Cruise starring in The Mummy. They had the fucking Mummy on the Orient Express thing with fucking Johnny Depp. You told him about that?
No.
Oh, cool.
No, you haven't been peaking that high anyway.
Oh, okay.
You just haven't been talking loud.
This is my normal voice.
Quiet, monotone. I like it.
It's not quiet.
It's sexy.
More rum. Why is the rum always gone?
In this case, the rum isn't gone. The whiskey's
why
gone.
is the rum always gone?
I don't know. I thought you hated Johnny Depp. Why are you
I
using his
do
quote?
hate Johnny Depp, but I don't hate Jack Sparrow. What are you doing?
I was going to hold it. You've been holding it for a solid 40 minutes.
Oh, cheers, mate. Swap. Did you ever see The Mummy?
I did. Which Mummy were you talking about? The original or the remake?
That's going to be on the next thing. Sure.
Yeah. I will put it on there at some point.
Especially the first one.
Yeah.
Because they're just fun. But the reboot, 2017. Was it 2017? Must have been. With Tom Cruise.
16? I want to say it was 16.
I will Google it for you.
Yeah.
What
Double check me on that
while I look, tell us briefly what you thought of the Mummy reboot.
I liked it, but I wouldn't say it was good.
Mm-hmm.
It was not a good film by any standpoint. Especially when you the thing with me is I hate when an original is so good, or at least not good, but at least hits a string with me.
Mm-hmm.
I hate it when people remake it and reboot it,
especially when it's too early.
Yeah, take for example,
Spider-Man.
Yeah, and then they rebooted it, and everybody was like, "Oh, it's not like what we have in our media representation of Spider-Man." And I think that's the case with The Mummy. It was kind of too soon. Why are you rebooting it? I remember watching the trailer for it when it came out, and I was like, why are you rebooting it? Is there a need to reboot this franchise? And then I think that kind of just swayed my opinion on the film.
Especially trying to make it fucking Russell Crowe's in it as Dr. Jekyll, isn't he?
He is. So, I don't know.
Well, I don't get why
that's just giving me a new series idea.
What's the new series idea?
Reboot versus remake. Or original versus remake.
Yeah, I did that in college. I've got a couple of them written down still. I did Spider-Man versus Amazing Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it ever gets made.
No, the thing
Bride of Frankenstein has been moved to be announced.
Good. Hopefully it never comes out.
But then everything's just sort of up in the air. Everything's been postponed.
I wonder why.
Frankenstein, Invisible Man, just loads of stuff, and then they were like, "Yeah, maybe we should have planned all this."
Maybe you should have not been dickheads.
Maybe you just start off by making a good film, and then if it was received well, then you build it. That's what Iron Man basically was.
Yeah,
it's a good film, received well, and then they're like, you know what? We have all these characters. There's no reason we can't allude to one day we might do this if it goes well. And then they did, and then it's like, where do you go from here?
Yeah, because
built the world around that. We built it from one single seed sprouted into a giant tree of ass-kicking Robert Downey Jr.
And that's kind of what it was. It was like, we'll make a good film, but we'll just add the little points.
Add little nuggets that
we'll add the little points that if we make a success of it, then we can turn around and be like, oh, you remember when he said this, this, and this?
Yeah.
Boom, bitch, it's in a film.
Yeah, because then if it had failed, then it would have been like, oh, they just wouldn't have made it.
Yeah. And then the films still would have held up on their own right.
Yeah. Definitely.
It it pisses me off about cinema. Cinema just pisses me off now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's been so many good films, but if I name you like my top 10, none of them are going to be recent films. None of them.
When's the oldest film? Is it at least 10 years old for you?
My eldest film?
Yeah, like if it, say the newest film that you really enjoyed that would be in your, say, top 20, would it be in the last 10 years or longer? Because I know what your favourite film is. And it's up there in the top 3 of mine.
I mean...
Which I own the poster for. All 3 of them.
No. I own that trilogy about like 4 times over.
We're always still about that trilogy is your favourite. Like, part 1 is your favourite film.
Part 1, definitely. Definitely my favourite film.
It's probably part of that era where it was one of the most inspirational films of cinema.
Yeah. But I think in my top 10, like the most recent film is probably, a good 8 to 10 years ago. I can't really think of a recent film that I would put up there that is...
Southpaw?
I liked it.
I really liked Southpaw.
Southpaw's a good film.
I like Joe. I think he's very much.
Yeah.
I like Life as well.
I think 2012, 2010, we're going back that far to get into my top 10 list. It's not the 18 movie.
That's got to be on the list for the new show.
I mean, the one that springs to my mind is... The one that springs to mind is Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. And when did that come out? Like 2010?
Back to the Googlies.
Like, that's probably my most recent one, a recent memory that I can sort of go, I like it. Yeah. Like, there's a lot of films obviously out that I go, I like. They're good films, good film.
Oh, Baby Driver's probably one of my favourite films of definitely last year.
Yeah, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's a lot of films that I can say, that was my favourite of last year or my favourite within the last couple of years, but I wouldn't...
Baby Driver would be in my top 10.
I don't think it's not up there for mine.
It's not all the way up, but I think with time as well, that's going to get better. It's just because Edgar Wright was something like 2010, you're right.
I was right, yeah. 2010.
Because I just think Edgar Wright is one of the filmmakers where you just enjoy his films, no matter what they are.
That's what I'm saying, but like I can still think of...
You think of better?
Yeah, I can think of much better.
What is the one film that you can watch, no matter what point it's on, if you see it on like ITV or something, it's on a Saturday, and maybe you've missed like the first 2 minutes, you can just sit down and watch it at any point and enjoy it.
Other than Back to the Future?
Other than Back to the Future.
Italian Job, like the original. We were only supposed to buy the bloody doors off.
I respect the bloody doors off.
1969 that film was. 1969 that film was, and it's still a fucking fantastic piece of film. Let's not...
They attempted something good, and it fell apart.
No. Why remake something that is so originally good? It brings me out to my point.
For me, my film would be Goodfellas.
Yeah, Goodfellas
I think,
definitely up there.
Because I have lots of favourite films that are mainly because of nostalgia, because like my dad introduced me to a lot of like the good films. Like he got me into Back to the Future, he got me into the original Star Wars trilogy before
all the CGI bullshit.
Before the prequels come out. So like pre-Jar Jar, I knew like what Star Wars was because he had the VHS, and he made sure he ingrained into me early the knowledge I would need, which was nice.
Luke kills a big star in the sky.
Jurassic Park, like all stuff like that, he got me into because of... Why are you trying to put the mic in my mouth?
Did you not?
I'm talking... This is it. You can
talk
hear me.
louder.
No, because like all them kinds of films, like there was just an era, I think, between like the late 70s, like about 75 to about 95 was like peak. There was so many good films.
94.
Yeah, but Toy Story came out in 95.
Okay.
Toy Story.
We're allowed it.
Yeah, that's probably one of my favourite things. That's just because nostalgia from being a kid. But like, I love Goodfellas. Like, whenever that's on, I can watch that.
Yeah, Goodfellas.
Joe Pesci is amazing. Ray Liotta, criminally underrated actor, I think. He's fantastic. I love Ray Liotta. He looks like a fucking cat, but he's a cool one.
Seem
like the coolest cat in wherever they keep the cats.
No.
The cattery.
Coolest cat in the fucking crib, I don't know.
Mate.
But so, like, the thing is with me with films is I don't think I could ever name a top 10 one that isn't changing.
No, it really depends.
One
on,
that I can
mood
never
or,
say
like,
changes.
they always sort of almost stay like the same
They're
up
there.
there, but they sort of like swap order because like
It's kind of like a good whiskey to me. No, because
bringing it back to the alcohol.
No, because obviously when I work with whiskey and still collect to sell, it's a case of people always ask me the question, especially when I'm selling it to them, like, "Oh, what's your favorite whiskey?" And my response always would be the same. I don't have one. It depends on my mood, the weather, time of season, time of year.
So, what's your favourite film?
It's the same response.
To have. So, I'm going to give you.
Like, I have Christmas films, I have summer films, ones that I just want to enjoy if I'm just looking for something enjoyable, or one that I want.
I'm going to give you time of day, and what is it you need? Time of day, weather, and mood.
Weather, mood, time of day.
Okay, I'm going to give you that, right? And you're going to give me your favourite whiskey that would go with your
whiskey
that would go with your favourite film that also in that mood. So your ultimate combination of whiskey and can you do that? This is a little game called Is Matt Really an Alky?
Yes.
Yes,
question to that.
Yes, he is.
All right, go on.
Okay, so the time of day.
But then even then, it's not consistent then.
Yeah, but I'm saying in an ideal. So like I'm giving you as specific as I can.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we'll go back to this summer when it was really hot.
Okay.
Okay. So that kind
of.
What
are we talking about? Like 28, 30?
Yeah, like 28, 30 degrees.
Okay.
Hot, sunny, clear. 2:00 in the afternoon. Go.
2:00 in the afternoon.
You obviously got bottle.
Okay. What day of the week is it? Saturday. It's nice and sunny outside. It's hot. What's my mood?
Just relaxed, like pure bliss. Like
bliss.
You're most relaxed. You're most like you could do fuck all.
I'd probably go for more of a Japanese whiskey then, because it's something like because obviously it's early in the day. I don't want to go hard too soon. Probably just relaxing. I'd probably take like a Hibiki Master Select, something like that, or a Cheetah or Yamazaki.
Okay, so what,
probably a Japanese single grain or something like that.
Okay, so what movie would you watch with that?
I'd probably sit there and, I mean, it would be something that I don't really want to overly watch. It'd be something that I would just sort of want to sit there and enjoy. It'd be an entertaining film, but not necessarily a good film.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I can't give you an example. I mean, I can give you an example. Something like...
That's the whole point of this exercise. I mean, you've waffled on for a while about your whiskies.
A film like Need for Speed. Not necessarily a good film, but something that just is enjoyable to watch if you don't really want to think about it.
Okay. I'm going to give you another one. Right?
Mm-hmm.
November.
Mm-hmm.
Middle of.
Mm-hmm.
It's dark outside, about 7 o'clock, so it's been dark for a while. It's quite cold, maybe a bit rainy, a bit drizzly, quite chilly, so you want to like snuggle up with whoever you know, otherwise you might if you had it, say you had it in an ideal world, if you had a girlfriend.
Okay. Yeah.
So like one of them kind of evenings where you just want to snuggle up under the blanket
and just chill.
Watch something chill. What's your whiskey of choice?
My whiskey of choice? Islay. Or an island. Probably more an Islay if it's 7 o'clock at night. A Lafroig or a Lagavulin or...
Okay, you don't have like work the next day, obviously. So,
yeah.
So what are you going for, and then what film would go with that whiskey?
I'd probably go with a Lafroig.
In the film that goes with the whiskey.
Oh, well, I'm still thinking of the whiskey here. Actually, I'd probably go with a Jura.
Okay.
Like a little bit of... Or a Talisker. Let's go with Talisker Darkstorm. Let's go with that. And a film to go with that. Just sitting there enjoying it.
Hello?
Oi, oi! How you been, you little specky dickhead?
Connor, you are live on episode 10 of the podcast. Say hello.
Goodbye.
Say
Did you
goodbye.
just say goodbye?
Yeah, bye.
We've been waiting all day to get you on.
We have been calling you for ages.
You don't say.
How have you been?
Tired. I've been working. Like, what more can I say?
Love you
Well,
so much.
we told you we'd get you on.
Somehow.
See?
We love you so much, Connor.
Matt's drunk. We got you a t-shirt.
I'm really feeling the love.
You said live,
alright.
right?
What shirt did you get? Like, achievement hunter, like I said.
It was the Rooster Teeth one. It's nice. You said large, right?
It is a good one.
Yeah, large.
Yes, you will like it. Thoughts on... So, we've been slating DC a bit. Any opinion? Quickly? So we're speaking about like DCEU going to shit, so you got anything?
The DCEU or just DC in general?
Well, mainly the
Just DC in general,
mainly
man.
the DCEU, because, you know, that's a bit gone to shit. And then Matt was talking about whiskey and his favourite films for a while.
Right, okay. Yeah, EU. Well,
EU.
Well, the EU. Well,
Let
it's
him
just
do it.
shit.
Let him talk.
Well, the EU is just shit, isn't it? It's not competition to Marvel. You know, well, what can I say? Like,
Well, what do you think of the worst film? What do you think of the worst parts about the DCU, and what do you think, if any, are the best?
Wonder Woman, because of woman power.
Yes,
Yes.
yes, Colin,
Woman
pick up the
power.
feminine, that's what we want.
Hey, ladies. Please click our video for all the views. Very much appreciated.
That's our boy. So he's not even here, and he's making sure we get plugs in.
Damn fucking right.
That's
What a lad.
we.
Hero.
Do you have a favourite film in the DCU, mate?
Weakest or best? Because best is like, oh,
Do both. Do both.
Yeah.
best is going to take me about half hour to come up with. Worst, probably. Critically, it's probably Suicide Squad, but for me, I'd say Man of Steel.
Really?
Yeah,
I kind of
I
agree with
enjoyed
that.
Suicide Squad. Man of Steel, I rewatched a couple of times and I thought, It's not
It is a
Superman,
very
it's-
nice film, isn't it?
it's like edgy Superman. I don't know, it's Superman trying to be edgy and it just flops hard. It ain't my Superman. It just, I don't know. Meh. Next.
Best.
What have I got? Man of Steel, Suicide Squad, Batman v Superman.
Justice
Oh,
League,
wow.
Wonder Woman,
Shazam.
Shazam, Aquaman.
Oh, hell no. Like, I can predict the future. That film's going to do shit. I know Shazam's going to be terrible.
You heard it here first,
Shazam's
folks.
going to be terrible. Best one, though, I'd say Justice League.
Really?
That's not
Really?
saying a lot, though. That's not saying a lot, though.
Well, that is true, because, I mean, the pile of shit could be better than fucking Batman v Superman, Dawn of Jaundice.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have a really unpopular opinion on this.
Really?
Mine is Suicide Squad
What, your favourite?
out of the DCEU,
I can't
and I'm not
say
saying it's a good film. But if you're ever
I can't
drunk and
say
just want to
that.
put that film on, it's a fucking riot.
That's true. It is just a big clusterfuck of Will Smith.
It's just a shit show. And if you ever just want to laugh at a film that's just bad, but like
Give me
entertainingly
1 minute,
bad.
guys. Technical difficulties, hang on.
Okay.
Okay.
Do technical difficulty music that we have just made up right now. Yeah.
Okay. It's got to be Suicide Squad. It's a clusterfuck of just
And I'm back.
shitness.
Yay! I love that he's on it. I love it. I've missed you, Colin.
I've
Oh,
missed you, you big sexy unit.
Did you call him a eunuch?
Probably. I meant unit, but
Oh, I'm a big sexy whatever.
No, please let that be the title. I'm a big
Big
sexy
whatever.
I want that on a
Yeah,
shirt.
big
Just Connor's face and I'm a big sexy, and then just a blank space that you can fill in yourself.
No.
I'm a big sexy rabbit man.
No, don't make YouTube demonetize it, please.
Fight me.
Stop fighting against your own stuff, Con. It doesn't work like that.
Well, I will make the fucking rules. Enough's enough. It's time for a change.
He's gonna Jesse Eisenberg the shit out of you, Matt.
Out of me? Or
Why
Jesse
did I
Eisenberg the shit out of you?
Connor's clever. I reckon he could take us all down.
Oh, I reckon he's gonna screw us all over.
Wait, what?
Welcome to
How did this happen to be Connor's heel turn? Is this like the next part of the episode? Connor's fucking heel turn?
Connor turns heel. This is episode
Yeah,
11.
Connor turns heel.
And like we just don't talk, and you just talk for an hour and a half on your own.
Oh.
And then he just turns around and goes, "Oh, by the way, my shares are 99% and yours is 0.5 and 0.5."
Oh, man, you're giving me ideas now. Oh, thanks, guys. I really do feel like a heel at the moment, but I can't say too much. Can't say too much.
Speaking of can't say too much, have you had a chance to play any more Spider-Man yet, my brother?
I've just turned on the PS4.
Oh, good. So you're carrying on. How far through the story are you?
I am on Act 2. I can't talk because of X, Y, Z and Z, Y, X. Spoilers. I can't really say anything.
Oh, so you're not saying that, you're saving that for your review.
Exactly, of course.
Good boy. We expect big things of you.
It's getting very, very unknownable.
Without saying too much about the plot, how does it relate to previous Spider-Man games?
Right, swinging, on point. It's literally the best
Swinging is lit.
thing ever. It's literally every fucking swinging Spider-Man fan fiction come true. Like,
I can back you up on that point. From the 10 minutes I got to play with it, the swinging is on point.
Yep.
The movement is on point as a whole.
Did you also play Spider-Man 2? Because you know you can jump like super mega high. I can confirm that through the upgrades in the game, you can do the same super mega jump.
Oh, can you?
Like
I did not know that.
You heard it here first. If you haven't played Spider-Man,
that's pretty cool. I did not know you could do that.
That is pretty cool. Connor,
Yeah.
our in-game expert.
You sort of have to get a couple upgrades first, but then you can get that one pretty early on, so it's quite decent. It's quite decent.
It's pretty cool.
I don't know, it's basically Spider-Man 2, which is like the greatest Spider-Man game then.
Mm-hmm.
No, PS1 Spider-Man was the greatest Spider-Man game at me.
I haven't played it, but no, it weren't.
It, story-wise, is the best one.
I don't even know what the story is. I just know Venom's in it, and it's just a bunch of PS1 blurry textures. That's all I can tell you about that game.
Isn't all Spider-Man PS1 blurry Venom?
Like, the thing is, with Spider-Man 2, yeah, granted, it's technically probably the best, but it's very restricted in the Sam Raimi universe of Spider-Man.
It is, yeah.
Where PS1 Spider-Man, alright, there's shit controls, and it's a PS1 game, but it's a Spider-Man game. If you get where I'm coming from with that one.
When you just given me a thing, when you mentioned about it being too Sam Raimi, you'll get the game Spider-Man 2 is amazing, yet it's basically a Sam Raimi Spider-Man game. Like, if you haven't watched the film, you're going to be a bit lost. This new game is a bit more comic-y. Like, you don't need to watch any of the films.
You can just pick it up and play it.
It's kind of like the Telltale Batman. I don't know if you guys played that, but you know that game kind of flips the script. You know that game literally flips the script of what you know about Batman. This Spider-Man game kind of flips what you know about Spider-Man and goes, "Fuck it, we're doing our own version." Like you don't need to know anything about Spider-Man, and this game is just completely purely different from every other interpretation of Spider-Man. Like end of. It's literally you watch the intro and it says it's like, oh, all right, fuck. We're doing this then, okay. It's just purely 100% made up to the comics. Nothing like the comics. Nothing like the films. Nothing like Sam Raimi.
I look forward to hearing your review.
So when you finish playing the game, you're going to in-depth all of your thoughts on the gameplay, the storyline, the skills, the abilities, the suits, how the graphics.
The suits.
There's going to be a whole hour just on the suit.
There's a lot of suits.
Oh yeah, mate.
There is a lot of suits.
And there's more to come. DLC wise, there's more to come.
Oh, really?
Lovely. Look forward to that.
Yeah.
Fantastical.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know, I'm loving it. Like, even looking at the main menu now, it's just like, oh, all the shit I've gone through today is now going to be wiped out in a minute. Like, literally, it's just going to go.
That's our boy.
Well, I look forward to editing your review.
I look forward to seeing him passionately talk about something on his own. Because you want.
So am I, George, so am I.
Well, you want
in the background for once.
You're not always in the background.
You probably speak more than George does, in all fairness,
No, he
Conor.
probably just speaks louder than I do.
Are you talking about in the podcast? Because if you watch them, which you obviously haven't, George's fucking gob is in like 90% of the episodes. And then you hear me go,
Because I own the company, so I can do that.
Don't own it.
I do. Oh, sorry, I co-own it.
You co-own it.
Who's in charge?
You, but that's just because I don't want to be.
Matt. Matt's in charge.
Stop trying to.
There you go.
Stop trying to.
It's the Bernie Matt situation, and it hasn't even started yet.
Well, so you're going to get control of me, and then you're going to be the organised one, and I'm just going to get drugged.
No, it's going to be the case of everybody thinks I'm in charge, but really you're in charge. But everybody thinks that I'm in charge.
Okay.
And I'm just the one that's happy to be there.
You're Jeff until he got depressed.
No, he's Gavin.
Yeah.
Just happy.
He's Joel. Like, he's just in the background. Like,
yeah, he's Joel.
He does loads of cool stuff, but just like he's never really there. He's like a ghost. He's gone in the wind.
Joel. Who the fuck's Joel?
Joel Heyman.
Joel Heyman is an absolute beautiful specimen, Conor.
Who?
He's caboose.
He's the who? The goose?
Caboose.
He's the goose.
The goose.
Who the fuck's the goose?
Watch Red vs. Blue. You'll understand what I mean.
Oh, Red. Oh, I see. Well,
Yeah.
actually, I'm going to ask you about Rooster Teeth in a minute.
Yeah.
But speaking of Rooster Teeth, I
yeah.
don't really watch Rooster Teeth. The only thing I literally watched was Achievement Hunter, like for games, and that was it. I don't watch Red vs. Blue and whatever else they do. I'm surprised they're even still around.
Yeah, but that's the great thing about them. You don't need to watch everything they produce. They are a company that produces
You're
everything.
peeping so much.
I know, because I'm talking into the mic.
That's just bad.
Yeah. But they're a company that produces everything that they want to produce.
Maisie Williams is in their new animation show.
Hell yeah, she is.
Oh, hell, well, she's getting them views.
Yeah.
She's getting them
No,
views.
it's not going to be on YouTube, is it? It's going to be on. Is it going to be their website?
Where most things come out on their
she's
website.
going to be getting them clicks.
Well, yeah, because it's her, David Tennant, and Michael B. Jordan are the biggest ones that have been announced so far,
Right.
and there's more to come.
But like, the thing is, they've broke into films, game industries, into machinimating. They broke into animation. They broke into every single aspect of media that you can think of, and that's the kind of the good thing about them. There's something for everyone in that company to enjoy.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
I think I know what my next bit of homework should be.
Yeah.
And I am going to look into them.
Oh, I'm gonna make you watch their film.
Spider-Man's the
Don't
main
worry,
thing.
I'll make you watch it.
Maybe that could be episode 1 of the new
What?
show.
Well, is it? No, it's Social Network. Just because I really want to watch it.
Oh, yeah, we've already established that. Like, me and Matt had a chat.
It's gonna be Social Network.
So for the audience,
Yes.
guys,
Yes.
Matt, we have a show that's going to be your baby. Like, Conor is now officially our video. Look, I'll hold that. You hold
No,
it.
you
You hold the thing. I'll hold that because that's easy for you.
That's what she said.
Whee!
You got the joking. Everyone, take a shot for Conor. Rum. Okay, so Conor, you're officially going to be the new game person. We're going to talk about some games that we got to play that the audience already heard about, but we want to see if you've read
What, at
anything.
Rooster Teeth? What,
Yeah.
you got to play games at Rooster Teeth?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we can talk to you about
Oh,
some of them in a minute. We spoke about it briefly earlier. Matt, what's your thing? What's your baby? Your first sheepy baby?
My first baby is
It's a boy.
it's a girl actually.
Oh, Lara Croft.
It is Lara Croft. I did get to play that today. No, but my baby is going to be films.
Yeah. So
At me.
what's the concept that I asked you whether you'd be interested in doing?
The concept that you asked me whether I'd be interested in doing it is basically a book club, but for films.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be film club.
Yeah.
Welcome. Yeah, film club.
Film club.
Film club.
And it's gonna be mainly. I think we'll take it in turns to sort of like suggest things. There's a lot because I know there's a lot that you've got ideas for.
I mean, there's going to be a lot more suggestions from me than
please,
anything.
I'm not going to suggest stuff, but it's whatever you say. I know I'm the one that needs to see films, so I'll be happy to watch whatever, as long as it isn't the Meg. Then I'll
As long as we,
Don't worry, I'm not going to make you watch that.
as long as we all get to sort of do them.
I mean, like,
You'll
I
have
will
loads.
take some suggestions from you guys, but
Would you take suggestions from the audience if they tweeted you?
no.
No.
yeah, come on, audience. Come on, audience.
Matt says, "Fuck you, audience."
No, I'll take suggestions from anywhere, but I've actually
You've got a lot of ideas.
I've been thinking about it for like
since I told you.
Yeah,
You have said a lot of ones that would be a lot of fun.
there's about like 40 films that I've got on the top of my head at the moment.
Yeah.
We need to get them keyboard warriors typing in the comments section. Like, can we accept YouTube comments?
Yeah. Well, so so if
You can do if you can suggest something better than I can think of.
so if you suggest something that Matt hasn't thought of that's good, then we'll do it. If it's already in his head, then we've done it anyway.
Or even if it's a film that I've just gone, I haven't even watched that. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, so if you tweet us at Based Sheep or email into the podcast and we'll
Whatever my Twitter handle is at the moment.
Yeah, your new Twitter handle at I love Nigel for life. Is it LYF?
I don't fucking know what you changed it to.
Yeah, so we'll do that. So tweet us at Based Sheep. Email in at nerdbiblecontact@gmail.com. Any suggestions for films for put your subject as film club so that then Matt can not get too distracted by the big words and choose them out.
Or just put in the YouTube comments.
Yeah, or just comment in this video, or if we eventually make a Crash Bandicoot video and it comes out, comment in that one.
Just comment.
Well, no, by the time we do Crash Bandicoot, it'll be Spyro the fucking Dragon.
That's what I said.
Possible. It's not my fault my Xbox is broke.
Conor, we've already had this argument on this show.
Yeah, we've had it in the previous hour.
How long have you guys recorded?
We're solidly coming up to about an hour and a half at this moment.
We're literally in the last 10 minutes, so we're glad you've joined us for this last half hour.
Yeah.
Because we wanted you here.
Oh, well. Well, like I say, I was at work, okay? I wasn't ignoring you.
But you're here
and
now.
I was also driving, so I couldn't fucking answer.
You're here now, my child.
Hashtag fuck the law.
You're here now. No, don't say that.
Hashtag beep.
It's moving,
beep beep.
Yeah, so film club's going to be... So are you going to do it... I know it's going to be weekly. Are you going to do it as a season thing, so then time off between you have more time to think of new ideas so that you don't run out of them by doing them every week, every year?
I think it kind of depends on how I'm going to feel. If I'm feeling like I need to think of more films, then it's going to be a case of seasons.
That's why I feel if we set up like a season thing, because then eventually you will run out of shit.
Guys, I don't mean to be a dick, but I've got to have my dinner.
That's fine.
Okay,
that's fine.
Quickly before you go, we played Shadow of the Tomb Raider.
Good game.
Amazing. Thought are you anticipating that? He's working. He's working. Whatever Connor's mum's name is, I've forgotten.
Janice.
Janice.
Or Sharon, or whatever
Sharon. Yeah.
Whatever we said. Yeah. Sharon.
Yeah, so Sharon of the Tomb Raider.
Sharon of the Tomb Raider.
Looking forward to Tomb Raider. Con?
I still need to play Rise, but I mean, hey, it's another game with 4K tits. I mean, yeah, why not?
What about
Rage 2?
I kind of forgot about that one. Is that coming out this year, or is this next year?
Next year.
Spring 2019, but we played the demo and the producer of it was there. And
it's fucking beautiful, son. You gotta check it out.
I played the first one, loved the first one at the time. Yeah, okay. I can't forget about that one.
Yeah, Rage 2. Very good.
Forza Horizon 2.
Forza Horizon 2.
Forza Horizon
Yeah.
4.
I was going to say, I remember that game. That game was fucking amazing.
It looks good. It's good.
Forza 4.
Forza
From what
Horizon
I've
4.
seen, it looks very much like 3. It literally looks the same as 3.
It
except
plays
it's
better
not-
than any Forza game I've played for a while.
Yeah, it looks really pretty as well.
Okay.
It's made
Yeah.
Matt want a 4K Xbox.
I should have won a prize.
Damn.
It is true. You should have won a prize.
I should have won a
But
prize.
they didn't give you one.
There was no one there to give me one, but I should have won a prize.
Okay, Connor, we'll let you go and eat your dinner.
Alright, mate.
Okay,
Well,
so
would you want me
goodbye
to rejoin if I get done relative? If you're still recording and I finish, would you want me to like rejoin?
Well, we're probably going to wrap up in. We'll try and wrap up in the next 5 minutes. But if you text and we're still here, then we'll get you back.
Alright,
If not, do
okay.
you want to say goodbye?
Alright, okay.
I think
Alright.
just say goodbye.
Goodbye, Connor.
Adios, amigos. Bye-bye, audience. Click on us.
Thank you. We'll see you next week, yeah, boy.
Yes, maybe.
Love you.
See you soon, mate.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Oh, I think I love you back.
Oh, it was so nice to have Connor back on.
I miss him.
But he's gonna smash through Spider-Man and get us that review. It's gonna bring everyone together.
I got to edit.
It's gonna be fun. Yeah, so film club. So how about we say for now, we'll put it as basic. If we expand it, we expand it. But we'll say for now, a 10-episode season.
Yeah, but how long until the next season? Because
Like about a year.
a year?
It gives you a chance to watch more because your opinion of films, well, your opinion of most things changes in a 5-minute window.
Yeah, true. I do have opinions that sway within but
Well,
I think my opinions with films stay pretty consistent. I think I
as you get
might.
older, you learn to appreciate certain things.
Yeah.
More like certain storylines, certain things.
I think I hate stuff more the more that I watch it.
So we'll say nothing from the year. Nothing from the year that it comes out. So you can't do anything from like.
I don't want you guys to watch anything recent.
No, yeah. So the year that it comes out. So 2018. You don't watch anything that's out in 2018.
I think
It has to be at least a year old. Is that a deal?
I think the most recent thing that I want you to watch is Death Note, the live action Death Note.
Come closer.
It's the live
Yeah,
action,
yeah,
Death Note, and that's just because I want us all to suffer.
Okay. So at the
But
moment.
it'd be, as I said to you before, it'd be more interesting to hear yours and Connor's opinions on it, considering you don't watch anime or have never watched Death Note before in your life. I think it would be interesting to hear your guys' opinions on it as well. Because I take it from a film aspect, and then, obviously I watch the anime, so I also look at the anime aspect to it as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it'd be good to get different opinions on films from different point of views. So, yeah. So we'll say 10. Maybe it can be expanded to 20.
Oh, 20, definitely.
You want to do 20?
Yeah.
Should we see it on 20?
I've got so many ideas.
Yeah. So 20 weeks.
Even if it's just a case where
Are
I
they-
have 6 weeks off or something and then come back.
Are there 20 weeks left?
We'll figure it out. It's fine. We'll figure it out. We'll just do it as it comes.
Yeah, we'll do it as a couple. We'll narrow it down to what it needs to be. Because it'd be nice to just have something that runs regularly, but isn't every week, because it will be easy to run out of ideas. Whereas with this, at least sometimes stuff comes out.
I don't know. Look at the nostalgia. It keeps been doing it every week for years.
There's 16 weeks left in the year. So.
That's fine. Don't worry about it. We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out because it'd be nice just for everyone to have a break. Just so then maybe there's films that come out in the year that then you give that year that you give it time, that you reflect on certain films, things change because you don't know.
Because the first viewing of a film, I don't ever go in to go, I'll go look at it as a film, if that makes sense.
No, you're going to look at it as just take it as it is on the outside.
Yeah, I just want to
Enjoy it. For what it is.
a film the first time I don't ever really want to look. And I know when a film's going to be bad that even on the first viewing I go, this is shit. I know when that's going to be a bad film. But, because films are enjoyment. They're not anything more than that to me. If that makes sense. They are like my life, but they are enjoyment at the end of the day. And the second time round or the third time round, if I even get to a second viewing of a film, then I will judge it. Then I'll start looking at it as a film. I'll start looking into the characters and the plots or into something that I may have missed the first time round. But the first time round, I always sit there and go, how much am I going to enjoy this film? Because it's a film at the end of the day.
It's a film is life, is a film.
Give it next week. My opinion on that may change.
So, lots of new content that is being planned and will be in your eyeballs, in your ear holes. So, we definitely have some new stuff coming out. It's not just the podcast. Not next week, but the week after is the aim. That's the aim of the game. So, yeah, it's 10 weeks. We're in double digits, and it's only going to keep going until one of us dies.
Oh.
Or we kill each other.
Probably kill each other.
That's more likely at this point.
Definitely say kill each other.
Well, if Crash Bandicoot takes another video attempt, then I'll beat you to death with your Xbox. Then I'll just write your name on it and use it as a gravestone.
Thanks, man.
That's right, man. So, RTX over for another year. We'll be back next year.
Hopefully.
We definitely will. We'll be back next year. Maybe. Depends if we're just visitors or media. Or on the panel.
Bum, bum, bum.
You decide. So, like, comment, subscribe, share us. We're on Facebook. All the social links have now been put in every video, so we've got all of them.
Mainly because I'm let you do that.
Yeah, mainly because I fucking made sure they're all linked. So we're on Twitch, we're on Facebook, we're on Twitter, we're on Instagram.
Well, we're on Twitch when my shit wants to
no,
work.
we've got the accounts, so just be ready. Like, you'll hear, because we're going to start streamlining our social media, and we might be deleting the Nerdball podcast one because more people seem to follow that. But the only thing that's going on there at the moment is the automatic tweets from when we upload it on YouTube. So we want to kind of streamline everything at the moment. But if you follow that Pasty Sheep, you'll be the first to know. Or if you follow us on, where can they follow us on Facebook, mate?
Pasty Sheep.
Keeping it short and simple. And what about Twitch?
Pasty Sheep.
It's twitch.tv/podcasts.
Okay.
And then Instagram, at Pasty Sheep.
At Pasty Sheep.
At Pasty Sheep, yeah. That's us being consistent.
Or if you want to follow my Snapchat.
Or just your Snapchat.
Just mine.
Just yours.
Just mine in general.
I love Nigel so much.
I want more friends.
Is that what yours is called? I want more friends.
Yeah.
If you want to follow Matt on Twitter, it's I love Nigel for life.
With
four,
like a
the number
four.
The number 4 and then LYF. That's where you follow Matt for probably the foreseeable future until he bothers to change it.
Oh, I ain't changing it. I
No,
can't be arsed.
I think you should just keep it just for the fun now. And if anyone wants to become, just our social media manager, I mean, we can't pay you at the moment. We'll pay you in IOUs. Is that still a thing, Matt?
I don't know.
No, he doesn't know.
I don't know. I'm not a businessman.
Matt can pay you in free Lucasades.
Oh, I've had so much Lucasade.
So much Lucasade, and with that.
But like, that's the great thing. They planned that. They were like, "Oh, what cures a hangover? Lucasade." Get a shit ton of that in there.
Get shit faced, drink Lucasade.
It does cure a hangover, though.
It does.
It does.
I haven't drunk it. It tastes like balls.
I've drunk so much.
It's because you like the taste of balls.
I do.
Do you?
Yeah.
Well,
you heard it. You heard it first.
If you're still listening after 10 weeks, we are so sorry. Yeah, it's really good. Really good. Yeah, so follow on all the socials down below. Click the link. Every link, subscribe and share. It's stuff that we have to worry about less. If we
Love
do
you.
it- Yeah, love you talking to me or to them?
Both.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, go on.